The 2000s were the most financially powerful decade Hollywood has ever seen. Before streaming, before shrinking theatrical windows, before studios cut actor salaries. During this era, a small group of actors didn't just star in movies, they controlled the money flow of Hollywood itself. DVD sales were exploding, international box office was growing fast, and studios were willing to hand out enormous salaries and profit-sharing deals to actors who could guarantee success. This list breaks down the top 15 highest-paid actors of the 2000s, using real reported earnings, franchise payouts, and documented back-end deals, not estimates pulled from thin air. 1. Tom Cruise. Tom Cruise was the undisputed financial king of the 2000s. Between 2000 and 2009, Cruise earned an estimated $250 to $300 million, largely due to back-end profit participation rather than upfront salaries. His smartest move was negotiating percentages instead of flat fees. For Mission Impossible 2 alone, Cruise earned approximately $75 million thanks to box office bonuses and DVD revenue. In 2006, he reportedly made $67 million in a single year, placing him at the top of Hollywood's pay scale. Cruise wasn't just acting, he was operating like a studio partner. That's why no actor of the decade came close to matching his total earnings. 2. Will Smith. Will Smith dominated the early and mid-2000s with unmatched consistency. In 2003, Smith earned approximately $60 million, making him the highest-paid actor in the world that year. He regularly commanded $20 to $30 million per film, plus bonuses tied to performance. Films like Men in Black 2, Bad Boys 2, Hitch, I, Robot, and I Am Legend kept Smith near the top of the earnings list throughout the decade. By the end of the 2000s, Smith had earned well over $200 million from film alone. Smith's power came from reliability. Studios knew his movies would open strong worldwide. 3. Johnny Depp. Johnny Depp's earnings exploded after 2003. Across the Pirates of the Caribbean franchise, Depp earned an estimated $265 to $300 million through salaries and back-end deals. His pay increased with every sequel, eventually reaching $55 to $60 million per film. By 2008, Depp was earning more than almost any actor in Hollywood, thanks to profit participation. What made Depp unique was that his unconventional style turned into one of the most profitable brands of the decade. 4. Bruce Willis. Bruce Willis made one of the smartest deals in Hollywood history. For The Sixth Sense, released 1999 but paid into the 2000s, Willis earned approximately $114 million after accepting a lower upfront salary in exchange for back-end profits. That single deal alone made him one of the highest-paid actors of the decade. Combined with other action roles, Willis's total earnings in the 2000s exceeded $150 million, largely from strategy, not volume. 5. Jim Carrey. Jim Carrey ruled early 2000s comedy. In 2004, Carrey earned approximately $66 million, making him the highest-paid actor that year. He was one of the first actors to consistently earn $20 million per film, starting with How the Grinch Stole Christmas. Throughout the decade, Carrey earned an estimated $200+ million, driven by box office hits and massive DVD sales. 6. Leonardo DiCaprio. Leonardo DiCaprio took a slower but smarter path. Rather than chasing constant blockbusters, he focused on prestige films. By the late 2000s, DiCaprio was earning $20 to $25 million per film, with growing back-end participation. Between 2000 and 2009, his total earnings are estimated at $180 to $200 million, with momentum that would explode in the next decade. 7. Adam Sandler. Adam Sandler quietly built one of the most profitable careers of the decade. In 2002, Sandler earned approximately $47 million, placing him among the highest-paid actors that year. His consistent string of hits allowed him to earn $20 million plus per movie throughout the decade. By 2009, Sandler had earned an estimated $200 to $220 million, mostly from comedies critics hated, but audiences loved. 8. Keanu Reeves. Keanu Reeves made history by betting on himself. Instead of demanding massive upfront pay for the Matrix sequels, Reeves accepted back-end deals. The decision earned him approximately $156 million from the franchise. By the mid-2000s, Reeves had earned over $200 million total, proving that profit participation could outperform traditional salaries. 9. Brad Pitt. Brad Pitt was a constant presence throughout the decade. With films like Ocean's 11, Troy, Mr. and Mrs. Smith, and Babel, Pitt earned $20+ million per film, plus producer fees. By the end of the 2000s, Pitt's total earnings were estimated at $180 to $200 million, with additional income from production ventures. 10. George Clooney. George Clooney managed to stay at the top of Hollywood in the 2000s without relying on non-stop blockbusters. His biggest commercial success came from the Ocean's trilogy, which turned him into a reliable global box office draw. Each installment earned hundreds of millions worldwide, allowing Clooney to secure strong salaries and back-end bonuses. At the same time, Clooney strengthened his reputation with prestige films like Syriana and Up in the Air, which kept him in demand even outside franchises. Across the decade, he earned an estimated $150 to $170 million, making him one of Hollywood's most stable and strategically paid stars. 11. Harrison Ford. Harrison Ford entered the 2000s already wealthy, but his earning power didn't slow down. Long-running franchise residuals from Star Wars and Indiana Jones continued generating income, while new projects kept his salary high. The biggest boost came in 2008 with Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. The film's massive box office success led to one of Ford's most profitable years. In 2009 alone, he earned approximately $65 million, and across the decade his total earnings reached around $200 million, proving the value of long-term franchise legacy. 12. Ben Stiller. Ben Stiller became a major financial force through family-friendly and comedy blockbusters. Films like Meet the Parents and Night at the Museum performed extremely well both in theaters and on DVD, which was crucial during the 2000s home entertainment boom. Stiller regularly earned $20+ million per film, and the success of sequels further increased his payouts. By the end of the decade, his total earnings were estimated at around $150 million, making him one of the most profitable comedy stars of the era. 13. Mel Gibson. Mel Gibson achieved one of the most extraordinary financial wins in Hollywood history with a single decision. In 2004, he independently financed and distributed The Passion of the Christ, taking on significant risk. That risk paid off massively. The film became a global phenomenon, and Gibson reportedly earned an estimated $400 million from that one project alone. Even without frequent acting roles during the decade, that single payoff placed him among the highest earners of the entire 2000s. 14. Dwayne Johnson. Dwayne "The Rock." Johnson was still building his film career in the 2000s, but his rise was unmistakable. After transitioning from professional wrestling, he quickly became a sought-after action star. By the late 2000s, Johnson was earning approximately $10 to $15 million per film, a strong figure for a relatively new leading actor. These early paychecks laid the groundwork for the massive dominance he would achieve in the following decade. 15. Robert Downey Jr. Robert Downey Jr.'s career turnaround began in 2008 with Iron Man. While his initial Marvel salary was relatively modest compared to later years, estimated between $2 to $10 million up front, the real value came from back-end participation. The success of Iron Man positioned Downey for one of the most lucrative contracts in Hollywood history in the following decade. Although his biggest earnings came later, the late 2000s marked the foundation of a financial comeback that would exceed $400 million in total future payouts. Why the 2000s were unmatchable? The 2000s allowed these salaries because DVDs generated billions in extra revenue. Fewer actors controlled franchises. Studios paid massive back-end percentages. Streaming hadn't devalued content. That system no longer exists. The 2000s weren't just a golden age for movies. They were a golden age for actor leverage. These salaries are gone, and they may never return.